Hello everyone, we're back with Crafting Hands with TK, and this is Tatum, and today we're going to do something a little bit harder. We are going to take another JPG and turn it into a SVG on Design Space, but this one is very tricky. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. I was asked to have some Girl Scout shirts made for the girls to pick from because, as you know, this is cookie season. And so we love our Girl Scout cookies. Let me find my Girl Scout folder. There we are. So all of these lovely pictures. But this one is the one we're going to work on. And yes, it looks very difficult. In all actuality, it's not. It just takes a little bit of time. Let me show you what I mean. So we go up here to advanced options. We're already at 16. And this time we're going to go to 100. And you can kind of tell the difference. This actually changes whenever you up your numbers a little bit. So we're going to delete the backgrounds and all this lovely stuff. We're going to delete the brown in the cookies. And I'm going to show you why. Because when you go down here to preview, it actually colors it in, and we don't want it colored in. We actually want it to look like the cookie. So let's get the hole in the middle and see. That's what it would look like, or it would be a big black blob. We don't want it to look like that. So we are going to take out circles and colors, all this lovely stuff. So we're going to take all of this here and continue. So this is what it'll look like. This is what we need to save. And so when you bring it into Design Space, this is what it looks like. Now, what I will suggest you do is to put the picture on the corner so you'll have something to look at while you're doing this. And so obviously, it does not look like our picture at all. At all. So what we're going to do first is we're going to change this to green. A little bit better, but not as much. And then we're going to pull up our reference again. Down here at the bottom, we have a red heart. This is not a red heart. So what we're going to do is go up here to Shapes. We're going to pick our heart. And we are just going to put a heart on there. And what you can do is you can make it wide or not so wide and squish it. Just kind of overlay it like that. So you can take it and you can highlight it and go over here to Slice. And you're just going to cut that green heart out like that. And you're going to take these, you're going to line them back up like this. Then you're actually going to group and weld that back together. See that? Or you could have just made a copy of it beforehand. And you can just stick that right there. Change the color to red or to pink. And look, there's your heart. You can actually X that out. There's your heart. Pretty slick. Not a big deal. Your little circles here, pretty much the same way. Find your shape. Well, we'll just use a little square because you can actually shrink it down. Or you can either do that, or you can find the circles and you can actually take this and overlay it. Just like this, and copy, or duplicate basically. Duplicate, and duplicate another one, and duplicate another one, and line them up all pretty. And what you can do also is we can actually hide all of this and take these and come up here to align and line them up. Now they're perfectly lined. You can stick them back on the circles and look at that. Then what we do, actually let's unsee that again. What we'll do is we will group these like that. We can weld them together. Always group first, because if you weld without grouping, you're going to lose everything you've worked on. If that does happen, you can just go up to undo right over here in the left hand corner, and it'll just undo it, and you can start over. But you see how that's all over the little circles? You can actually hit duplicate and put those to the side. You have these guys here. They're all nice and covered over the top of those. And slice it. It's going to take all of these off of that, just in time for you to take these and put them back in. You can make them as small or as big as you want. No big deal. You can actually take those and erase those. So we have our little circles here. Sorry about that, my phone was ringing. So we can just align it all up. Sometimes this right here is a little tricky, but hey, you know what? Just line it back up. You can eyeball it, no big deal. But your little circles were, let's see, what color were they? Oh, looks like they were like a peachy, look, matches the cookies. Okay, we'll go up here to color, and there's, we'll just change it to brown for now, because when you print it, you can actually put those circles anywhere. We're going to bring these to the front so that we can actually move them around. Let's see, we move them around here because it is part of the picture. Now, if you don't want the dots on there, it's perfectly fine. Just click the X. It's not a big deal. Now, we're going to move up to the cookies. And this, it's okay. Let me show you how we're going to do this. You're going to get your squares. And you're going to hit the unlock. And you're just going to highlight the cookie. Be very careful not to get any of the letters. And that's going to be just fine. Because if you get the letters, it'll actually cut the letters too. And you don't want it to do that. So now we're going to go up here. I'm going to see how those two are highlighted together. Going down here to slice. And we have actually pulled off these cookies. See? They're not even a part of that anymore. So we can line that back up. You're going to take these and you're going to change the color. You're going to change it to black. But it's not a big deal. Because what you're going to do with what you cut off is you're going to actually change the color of what you cut off to your brown. This is going to be the inside of your cookie. Let me show you. When you line them back up, it's the inside of your cookie. And so how we're going to fix that is, obviously you don't need the little circle in the middle. You don't need the square on the outside. So you're going to go over to contour. And we'll unzoom this so you guys can see what we're doing. And you don't need the big box. You see over here, it's already taken it out, and it's taken the little piece out of the middle. It's taken out all of that. But we don't need the lining on the outside. We need the stuff on the inside. So which means we're just going to click the little circles over here, and it brings out the filling. You see how the circles are back in the middle? You'll come over here, and you'll find that. If it's highlighted, you can click it and it'll take it out. If it's not highlighted when you look at the picture, you can go over here and you can find it and click it there. So now, look, we have pretty much the same thing as your picture, which is great. It's a very great similarity. Now, yes, your heart isn't squished. I understand that. However, if you really want your heart squished, you can do whatever to this heart you want to. You can make it look squished, you make it look long and skinny, but, you know, to each their own. Whatever you like is perfectly fine. So when you go to cut this, my friends, you will come over here to make it. And it will bring up all the color mat you need. So don't forget to mirror, and it'll switch it the other way. And that is perfectly fine. You want it to mirror if you're going to put it on a shirt or a mask or anything. Your heart's going to be on a separate one. Your cookies and your circles will be on a separate one. Granted, you can maneuver them anywhere you want them in order to save on your vinyl. And here is the other one. This is the big one. So that is how we take one with multicolors and tweak it and put it into Design Space. I hope you guys found this very helpful. And, you know, if you like it, please like and subscribe at the bottom. I will be bringing more videos to you periodically. If you have any questions or would you like to see something about a specific thing, that's wonderful. Just comment at the bottom and I will do my best to help you out with those videos. Thank you. Have a blessed day. We're so glad you were able to join us.